Greetings, I've got another gadget from eBay's and People's Republic of Everything Inexpensive. So those are advertised as running lights, so it's something you're meant to stick on your car. This is in the automotive category on eBay, and this makes your car look a little bit fancier and newer with the lights. I'm not sure of how legal those are, but this is not the reason why I bought those. I will certainly not be putting those on the car. What I wanted to use them as is additional lighting for the fish tank. So I had a little think, and this came as a revelation, I guess. This is advertised as waterproof, so that's a plus for aquarium already. 12 volts, so convenient to power up, and the light output is relatively high. So for the size of this, I mean, they're quite cheap, so you could stack a few of them. I just want to use them as an additional strip sort of next to what I've got in there already. But yeah, waterproof. So I already took this one off, and I broke one of the tabs, but that's not a big deal. I'll probably break all of them anyways, because those, if they're crimped once and you uncrimp them, they're gone. It's a very thin aluminium. I want to show you how this is made. So there's a anodized aluminium faceplate, I guess, to make it look nice, and there is a long strip of aluminium and it's the chip on board arrangement is just printed on here and covered in the usual yellow resin. Now they haven't done a great job with this one, because I think how they do it, they put a bead of white silicone around, and then that creates a little pocket which they fill up with resin, but I think they made a slight boo-boo over here, and the bead of the silicone doesn't go all the way around. There's a gap, so which caused the yellow resin to leak out, but not a big deal, everything's covered anyways. So as I said, this is advertised as waterproof, and well, okay, this itself, the strip, I mean, if you get it wet, not much will happen as long as it's just water. But for example, the cable, it's done, the job that they did was so horrible that whoever was stripping the cable stripped the inner core wires, and there's copper exposed on here, so definitely need to fix that before putting into aquarium. Another thing, what I was thinking of doing, just to secure this fully and just get it properly waterproofed, because when it's in the bezel, you don't see any of the edges. So what I was thinking, I'll just put a bead of silicone around and just cover it up completely, and possibly that will make it somewhat more waterproofy. I'm also thinking, now I've seen this, I'm thinking it would make sense to chain those up, because those will be in this sort of arrangement, slightly spaced apart. So maybe I'll take one of the wires and chain one from another. But yeah, for a couple of pounds, not a bad idea, I think, to light up an aquarium. This I mean, those are small enough that you could put maybe 10 or 15 of them next to each other, and that would be really bright. That would put quite a lot of light out. This is also cold white, so it's slightly the better kind for the plants, I guess. I think that's what it is. But anyways, let's power this up. So this is this was actually advertised on eBay as a 10 watts per strip, and I thought, well, this is slightly over optimistic, but yeah, I've got this connected now. Maybe let me turn those around because this will swamp the camera. So at 10 watts per strip, this should draw from a 12 volt power supply. This should draw approximately 1.5 to 1.8 amps ish. But we've got half an amp and both of them are lit. So when I tested them individually, they draw about 0.3 of an amp each. Strangely, when they're cold, as they are right now, they draw a little bit less current, but as they warm up and get warmer, they do get quite warm, but not hot. So nothing that will start smoking and burning plastic or anything like that. This current consumption will go up a little bit. It will go to roughly a 0.61, 0.62 of an amp. So we're getting roughly about 7.5 watts out of two of them. So maybe 3.6, just under 4 watts per strip. So 10 watts was a little bit over optimistic. It might possibly give a little bit higher output when you put it in a car, because the voltage in a car will happily go up to 14.4 volts, so it will be putting out a little bit more light in that application, but and it will also get a little bit warmer. But for this, for what it is, I think that's not a bad idea. But what not a bad light. But what I'll probably do now is try to resolder those and reseal them with silicone and leave them overnight. Maybe tomorrow I'll get those installed. By the way, one of those, I think it might have been this one as well, when I first powered it up, it seemed that one of, I'm not sure how we can see that on the camera, there we go. So there's 2 rows of LEDs, and one of the LEDs wasn't lighting up, but by simply just touching it, it came to life. So they must be using some sort of manufacturing process that maybe it's not precise enough. I mean, this is probably just mass manufactured as quick as they can, as you can see on the quality of the resin. Actually, let's open the other one. Okay, this one's much better. This one they've done the bead all the way around, but as I said, it really makes no difference whatsoever. It's just cover, as long as it covers all the LEDs, it's not a problem. So yeah, what I think, I'll resolder this and get it daisy chained like that, so I can get I'll have less cabling to deal with. Okay, so I've got this in the vise, and I'm going to try to desolder this. This might be painful because this effectively is a aluminium board, so the heat capacity of this is gonna be huge. Okay, that's surprisingly easy. am just going to strip new lengths of wire. I'm gonna try to keep it as close as possible to the chip. Okay, that's much better. And now when this is gonna go in, the cable is inside the case, and I'll be able to silicone this all the way up, so this should make it slightly more waterproof than straight out of the box. But anyways, let's get the other ends. I'll just want it probably about this size. Another thing, I'm looking at this wire, I don't think this is capable of doing almost an amp. That's if this was 10 watts per strip, so half an amp it should be okay with, but it's a little bit flimsy for Now we've got those chained from one to the other. I can get the last wire. Okay, so now we're just connecting one wire. We should have both of them light up. Let's see. No, this one doesn't. Oh, don't tell me I can't daisy chain them. I should have checked that. That's weird. When I saw the pads at the end, I automatically assumed that this would chain through to the other end, but maybe it's not. So let's see. Okay, the negative does. Ah, so there is a... Okay, I see what you did there. So yes, you can daisy chain them, but there is a jumper link over here that needs to be bridged, and that basically allows for daisy chaining. So let's just bridge that with a small blob of solder, and that should do the trick. So attempt number 2. Okay, so we've got both of them lit up, which is good, and the cables are nice and snug next to the module, so they won't be sticking out. Okay, next thing I have to do is on one of the modules on the opposite end is to cut out a little groove for the cable, like there is on one end, just to allow for the other cable to pass through, and I think I should be able to, yeah, just snip it with cable cutters. There we go, that broke off nicely. I'll probably just brush it off with a small needle file, just to get rid of that sharp edge. Okay. So now what I have to do is put a small bead of silicone all the way around, and then fit this like so. Okay, I'll normally keep one of those around, so this is just a normal syringe with that I refill with silicone if I need to apply silicone to a small space. It's much easier to do that with a syringe like that. So I'm just going to go ahead and see, this makes it a lot easier. It's filling up quite nicely. And that's gone all the way around. So now I've got to press this into the silicone, bend the tabs and let it dry, let it cure rather. Okay, that should be one done. Now the second one. This will be a little bit trickier because I've gone and broken off all the tabs now from it. So I'll probably have to use some tape. Okay, anyways, that should be okay now. So I can leave it overnight to set, and tomorrow possibly get it installed. Let's just give it one more blink to make sure it's, yeah. That's gonna be a nice addition to ambient lighting in the tank. Okay, and this is the rest of the story about those automotive LED lights, which I got pretty excited about in terms of what they are and what I was going to do with them, because I thought this is a brilliant idea. I thought I hit a jackpot over here by picking up a really cheap and relatively powerful LED strips that I can use to light up, provide some additional lighting for my fish tank. So it seemed brilliant, but this is after maybe 2 weeks worth of use, and they've started failing really badly and across both strips. So what you can see over here, the LEDs are just gone, and they progressively keep going. There we go, I've just disabled another one, and you can, when you press, sometimes they come back on, and it's just a really poor quality dye, and they start failing just by themselves. So not very impressed with this. cost a couple of pounds, but not really good. What I was doing previously, oh, there we go. So when I fold the camera to close the shutter a little bit, you can see slightly better what's happening. There we go. I've just fixed some of them. So not very good. Those cheap LEDs are not good at all. So lesson learned for future. If any lights, I'll probably stick to SMD strips, because those LEDs are manufactured by proper factory. This probably has been made in someone's garage. What's funny, and I've only noticed that right now, those came in one package from the same supplier. They were selling them in twos, but the strip on the top appears a little bit brighter on the camera. It's not really, but it's got a different color temperature. So those LEDs over here appear to be to the eye just plain white. Those appear slightly they've got slightly bluish tint to them. And now I'm running this off of 12 volts, but for the purpose of this video I'm running it through a 390 ohm resistor over here. If I put it on full blast, you just won't be able to see anything. They are really bright, but yeah, I don't like the idea that they've started failing so quickly. I mean, if they lasted at least maybe half a year, then okay, but you're meant to put this on the exterior of your car, and yeah, well, I'm not sure how long would that last. I mean, this was in a fish tank. Okay, it's a very humid environment, but it's probably nowhere near as bad as on the front of the moving car, where you've got wet air in the rain being supercharged into this. I mean, this would get soaked, and it would probably be even worse. So yeah, haven't uploaded the first part of this video yet, so I'll probably edit it together with this, and that would conclude the whole episode. Yeah, not impressed at all. Not a good product. It fails really quickly and quite severely, so please do avoid, if you're thinking of buying anything new. Funny enough, if you put this for what it was intended to, if you put it in the front of the car, you'll probably never notice, because you're inside the car when you're driving, and you probably won't ever notice that those have failed. So you'll probably put it on and switch it on to have a look how your new accessory looks, and you'll be content with what's happening, and you'll never look at them again, and you'll be driving with this, and this will probably eventually completely fail after a month, if that. And yeah, you think that you'll have the lights, but you won't. So not good at all. So my advice, if you're buying any sort of LED lamps and strips from eBay, China, that sort of thing, stick to SMD surface mount, because those are at least proper LEDs made in a factory. This appears, I mean, in the previous part of the video you've seen that even the resin has been splodged out on one of them. It didn't stay in where it should be, but I didn't think much of it back then. But now I can see this whole thing is just rubbish. So anyways, it is it for this one. If you like the video, please feel free to subscribe or click like to motivate me to find more junk and do more videos. Other than that, that's it. Take care.